town like Sturgis, you know, any kind of activity is good for any little town. If you can find an event, whether it's pumpkin chunking or horseshoe throwing or whatever, and build that into an annual event, it's good for a little town. Little towns can be pretty dead if you don't have something. So we hit on a good thing when we started the rally.
If you're into motorcycles and that kind of stuff, it's just really neat to see all the people, the different motorcycles, the sounds, all that. It's just a big deal.
I guess the rally hadn't went away. This thing probably been going on almost 20 years. And I've been to every single one from day one.
I sure hope that our rally continues. One thing about the rally, it has put our little town kind of on the map.
Our goal right now is to see how it's going to go this weekend. See what the turnout's going to be. See where we stand after this rally's over, and then make a decision on what we want to do for the future. The 3-year gap is basically, in a nutshell, was politics.
I think the biggest concern, some of the aldermen on the previous board were just concerned about the economics of it, afraid that we wouldn't be able to recover our cost, and kind of scared to take a chance on it.
I don't look for a big 20,000 plus turnout. You know, they did make a lot of people mad when they just canceled it last minute and everybody already had their schedules and family events tied up, ready to do this. And it is a lot of politics in this town.
Well, it's the town officials changed, and some was against the motorcycle rally because of money problems and stuff, but it all changed now, and we think it's going to be all fine now.
We got all new aldermen.
We got all new aldermen in there, and
old board, the one that didn't want it, or part of them was. Enough of them to kill it.
And the board at that time, this was before my time, unfortunately, decided that it was not financially feasible for the town to enter into contracts with the corporation. So consequently, we had a three-year lull.
With the 3-year break that we had from not doing the rally, I tried to only involve myself just enough to make sure that we were in communication with the town, trying to get an agreement to come back and do the rally again.
We had some friction with our alderman, and we couldn't get together. And
you know, the economic situation too. You know, the motorcycle fad. It is a fad. It's like anything else. The kind of shoes you wear, the shirts, you know, goes up and down, and it just seemed like the fad and the economy run hand in hand.
So when it came time to elect new politicians, they elected politicians that were willing to try to get the rally back.
They worked real well.
The new board of aldermen have really stepped up. They've backed us 100%. The contract that we have with the town has been a win-win for both of us.
We have a new board now here in Sturgis, and everything is looking very positive for renewal of our motorcycle rally.
I feel like I've got a load put on my shoulders to try to keep the thing going. And as long as I'm healthy, as long as they'll have me, I guess I'll keep working it. You know, it has been a struggle this year.
But we're excited.
Yeah.
2014, we're back. We're hoping that we're going to have a good turnout this year. We're certainly not expecting what we've had in the past. We've trimmed all the fat out of our budget, and we're going to accomplish this year's goal, which is to get back on the circuit, get everybody to, see if we can create some buzz and look forward to future years.
The enthusiasm that's created by the rally for the sport lasts throughout the year, and it's something that people talk about. It doesn't necessarily direct itself into direct sales for the week of the rally, but it's throughout the year. And when it wasn't here, it hurt. It hurt.
It's good. It's good for the economy. Sturgis is the fact they didn't have it 3 years. They really missed it because it's a good economic boost for all of us.
We got a lot of work to do. We got to get ready for the rally. It's getting everything together, getting all the menus, and just making sure we got the right stuff to deal with the rally.
It's helped bring a lot of people to town over the years, even though it's once a year. But it is a good shot in the arm, I guess, for the economy for the town.
I think it's good for the whole county and surrounding area, because when it does get built back up, the motels will be filling up and the restaurants will be serving folks, and it helps the tax base right here in the Sturgis. They won't have much stuff for tax base, and they do a lot of business during that time, and it's really good for them.
This rally does not just affect this town. It don't. You got 20,000 plus people coming from all over the United States, coming here to a little bitty small town in the middle of nowhere. This town can't support 20,000 people. So the local communities are making off hotels and food and gas. I mean, it brings a large economic bump to this Golden Triangle area.
I'm in a small town. We only have our regular customers, which is great customers, but they can only take you so far, and being a bike rally coming here brings more people into town, helps me to be able to survive another year.
I think this year the economy kind of picked up a little bit. More people were interested, and everybody just decided it was time to give it another chance. So we're hoping for the best.
With the weather the way it is, the heat and everything, we have to kind of keep our energy for the weekend of the rally to stay going during that weekend. So we kind of try to space things out during the week, just do a little bit each day.
Well, we're about 4 days away from the crowd on set for the 2014 rally. The motorcycles don't like the grit under the tires, so we're doing our best to get some of the grit and gravel off the road before the crowd comes in.
We're just before really getting busy. We've got fencing, security fencing, registration tents, all that to get set up, start getting things spread out and getting ready for people to be here.
Electricity has been a problem that we've had ever since, just not enough of it. It's gotten bigger and bigger and bigger, and running out of room to put light poles, basically.
This is a 30 amp plug, and someone has wired it with the small wire, 12 gauge, and it's supposed to be wired with number 10 gauge. This is main registration right here. T-shirt shop will be right there, and the ice guy will be sitting right here too.
It hadn't been a year where Fort County hadn't had to come down here and had a burn-up transformer, just massive overload. So, which is a good thing. That means people's here, things are happening, and people's having fun.
Well, anytime you try to put something together this size, it can be frustrating, certain aspects of it. But it's great. We love it.
Yeah.
We wouldn't do it if we didn't.
Yeah, we've got 5 people on our board, and 5 people put this whole thing on, and it just takes a lot of work. And at the end, all the things that he does or I do or whatever, those 5 things come together, and that's what makes the rally.
We've got a lot of just locals just come to town and start picking up trash. I'd always come up and I'd sweep up all these streets here and pick up. So this, at least this, as much as I can do.
Mississippi State University has been good enough to supply some students that are working on their community project credits, and they've been good enough to come out here and clean up the equipment, clean up the station a little bit and everything for us, and we really appreciate it. Most of the volunteers here, they have full-time jobs, so it's tough for us just to find the time to answer the calls and with the training and everything. So a lot of times the housekeeping the equipment doesn't, stay up to date as much as we like on it there once again because it's all volunteer and everything. So with the guys coming out and the ladies coming out from Mississippi State, it's definitely appreciated here today.
And basically, we want to reach out to the community and serve our community. Today, we are helping the fire department by cleaning, mopping floors, wiping down walls, baseboards. Going to be here for about 2 hours and try to tag as much as we can and then head back to Starkville for lunch.
Well, we got the fencing to put up and we got the tents to set up.
We got all the go down the side fence.
I wish you'd been here to see the tree that grew up in it, but it had vines growing up the back and all the way across the top and down the side. Been growing for 4 years, and we had one of our guys come down there and pull it forward about 10 feet, hoping it would pull them off, but that didn't do it. So had to manually pull them all off and pile it up. The beads are broke on both of them, and I need a hydraulic jack to pick it up so maybe the tire will take back its normal shape, because I can't get them to take air the way they are. No, that ain't gonna work. I'm gonna have to have a hydraulic jack to pick that up. Weighs so much. Not good.
Yeah, it's been a while since we've been in here.
Been a while. Yeah, that's old security stuff that we had years back.
They're not in here.
They gotta be in here.
No, not unless they're up underneath all this. I mean, yeah, but when would we? We are putting up the Jody James Memorial Pavilion sign. We'll get it mounted. It'll be covered up and unveiled Saturday at 1 p.m.
Thinking like in the center.
Yeah, just something out toward the ends that way the wind can't get behind the ends.
Be all right like that.
Should be.
Y'all, I don't know that that's gonna pull off.
Done.
Right? Y'all wanna do them straight? I'm proud that I didn't fall off.
I'm gonna clear that table.
Yeah, you good.
Well, fellas, I appreciate it.
And that's the way you install a sign.
It's unbelievable. I mean, compared to all the rest, we feel more comfortable here.
Yeah, it's like family here. Got a lot of friends that come. A lot of
There'll be 15 of our little bunch come this weekend, different times. Some are coming tomorrow, some will be here Saturday just for the day.
I just come because I'm in the military and I hadn't quite finished retiring yet. I got about a couple more weeks. And then I just come to, took me over 5 days of leave and enjoy myself away from that for a while.
I have 36 full hookups and I'm about half full this year. And some more will be coming in Friday and Saturday, I hope. A lot of them didn't know it until late this year. We didn't have a lot of advertising. The rally board did not have a lot of money to do advertising.
We've been coming to the rally ever since it started and been in this same spot. So we always look forward to coming, supporting Sturgis and the community. We're all kind of like a big family reunion now. Everybody kind of camps in the same place. We just kind of enjoy getting together with our friends for a week and cooking out and just riding motorcycles and just enjoying some fellowship.
I just like to see it for what it does for, you know, a small town like this, the way it can bring so much into it. I think it helps the people here.
I rode a bike all my life, so I just thought I'd come out here and set my little camper I built up and just come out here and sit and enjoy. I actually got an armband this year, so I'm going to try to do the dinner ride. I'm just going to do whatever they have, go listen to the bands, just walk and look and people watch. Look at the bikes. That's just, you know, just a little mini vacation here in Sturgis, Mississippi.
Anyway, I'm just glad they're back.
I am too.
And I hope we can get them to stay. You know, I'll do anything to have a rally this close to home.
You come out here and you can walk up to any camper you want. Say, how y'all doing? Tell them what your name are. Mind if I sit around and converse with y'all? Pull up a chair.
fun.
Just slim, quiet, country folks, good eating, good friends, family, right in the country.
I've just come to the rally ever since there's been one, and always enjoyed it. I've encouraged people to come and pay friends of the rally just so the rally will survive. Don't just come down and walk and shop. Be a part of it, contribute to keeping the rally here by paying the $20.
Having not had a rally in 3 years, we didn't know what to expect. But to see all the camper spots rented, to see the number of people that we have here already, in the free camping area. Pre-registration wasn't, as large as it has been in the past, but we certainly knew it wouldn't be.
We've got, as of right now, we have 140, 142 pre-registered.
We're looking real good on vendors, not as good as the past, but good. What we got, I'm guessing somewhere 30 to 35, with the majority of them food vendors. We do have a few clothing, apparel vendors, not as many as we want.
We've been to pretty much every rally here but the first year. We missed the startup one, but after that we've been here every year. So it's good to see it come back. It's one of the smaller shows. It's a good show. They get a good turnout. For the size of rally that it is, it's one of the better ones.
Well, we used to do it about 3 years ago, and they canceled it, quit having it, and then the lady that owns this property called us back up here and asked if we'd like to come back and do it. So we said yes, so we come up here to give it another shot, being it's the first year. So hopefully it's as busy as it used to be, because there was a lot of people here.
Oh, well, I set it beside the official stuff. I do a generic style t-shirt, Been here since day one, since the very first rally. The only one left of the original vendors. It's smaller and some, bigger than others, but it's a good show. I mean, people's nice, and I've been coming here so long, it's part of my lifestyle, so.
Any type of way that we can add just a little bit into making this whole thing a success, that's good enough for me. It's not really the money value to me, it's just having fun with the people of Sturgis and the people that's coming in from out of state, just to talk to them, see how's life on the other side of the hedge, how it is.
Since it canceled out, we wanted to make sure it came back, and I've been with it from day one, so I want to see these guys get it going. It's one of my favorite shows to come to. So,
with it starting back up again, after the several-year layoff, it's kind of interesting. So we kind of scaled back, a little conservative. So hopefully they'll get a good turnout.
Just couple of weeks, 3 weeks before the rally started, we already had all of our stuff printed up. We had designs going. We had a lot of stuff in the works.
The name change is a big controversy right now on our part, simply because of Sturgis Motorcycle Rally Incorporated, located in Sturgis, South Dakota.
They'd had some problems with Sturgis, South Dakota, which is coming down pretty hard on any of the towns named Sturgis. So they had some things set up, excuse me, and they had to change, like the pins that had our logo, the patches that had our logo, they're not going to be able to use, so that's just money the rally board has lost.
They have a trademark on the name Sturgis when used in conjunction with any motorcycle event.
Our little town, this rally didn't hurt Sturgis, South Dakota, but they think it is. So we are abiding by what they're asking for. I mean, the rally board didn't have a choice. You abide or you get sued.
Ended up costing us about $3,000. We can't, we got pins and patches now that we can't use. Didn't have time to reorder those items.
We discussed it with their attorneys, trying to see if we could work out a deal to where we could pay them some sort of fee and keep our name like it was. They would not agree.
Well, that was very disappointing, because at one time, there was actually 4 Sturgises that had rallies, and one year we did all 4 shows. We had one in Michigan, of course Kentucky, South Dakota, and then this one. So that was kind of neat.
we had to take the name Sturgis off of our rally name. On the website, we put in a request on our Facebook page to have that changed. However, Facebook told us that there was a 14-day waiting period to get that name changed. We returned the information to the Sturgis, South Dakota attorneys, letting them know that we had applied for a name change, that we had everything changed on our web page, but that we had the 14-day waiting period with Facebook to get our Facebook name changed, and they didn't accept that, so they contacted Facebook and had our Facebook page shut down.
You know, whether or not they do have a legal right to the name Sturgis is in question, but irregardless, we don't have the money to fight them, so.
We have a couple of attorneys that would love to take this to court and fight it, but they don't have the money to do it. We don't have the money to do it, and unless somebody comes up and says, hey, we'll back y'all, let's fight it.
You know, we are going to change the name of the rally. We're going to try and incorporate the location, you know, in our marketing, which has the name Sturgis, you know, obviously. We can't take the location away from us.
We had already had our brochures and flyers printed up with our old logo and name, and luckily the attorneys let that go. Since we had already mailed them out, they let that go as long as we stopped everything else.
The name is The Rally, and then of course followed by in Sturgis, Mississippi.
This morning we put the walk fence up, so to keep the pedestrians when they come in, we try to keep them walking on the other side, keep the road open for the traffic. So pretty much all our fences and everything's up. Now we're just waiting on the people, and they showing up steadily.
As to being Thursday and what do we have left to do?
Well, 8 o'clock. Pre-registered people that they'll pick up their armbands and if they got t-shirts, they'll pick up their t-shirts. And I'll be downtown with registration, and Wayne will be down here with registration, and he'll be open till what?
Be open till midnight every night.
We've got people on the streets, we got bikes on the streets, we got people excited, and they are our guests, and they'll be treated as guests, and we're happy to have them.
One of the positives that I see for the town is that there's name recognition with it. Whenever I go throughout the state and tell people I'm from Sturgis, they automatically say, oh yeah, that's where the rally is. Even in the 3 years that there was no rally. But now that it's coming back, we've been trying to figure out how we're going to fit in. And so we're starting back a water ministry where we'll give out free bottles of water and gospel tracts to people who are at the rally. We'll also host a few other groups that are coming in to do ministry and evangelism during the rally.
We basically do a lot of rally work. We go serve at rallies, like do this kind of stuff, work the gates, do bike games, just all different things that we do to help the promoter. Right. And it's a service for us to serve the people. At the same time, we get to minister to people. We have a little cup that they give it. It's got the plan of salvation on it with our patch on it. And anytime you give them water or coffee, you're giving them the Word of God.
Well, we're just glad that we've started back up here. We missed it last year, and I've been coming up here since 2002, I believe.
A lot of times Jesus calls us to places to go. In fact, Jesus would be here. And I believe he'd be ministering, yes. I mean, if he was walking here on this earth, he is here, right. But if he was walking again on this earth, this is exactly where he would come. He would be here. Right, because he loved people. And we do too. It's not about a motorcycle, but it's about the man that rides it and the Lord Jesus. So that's why we do what we do.
You know, I've told people in years past, I'm not a biker. I love bikers. I want to see the Lord work in bikers' lives. But this weekend is about sharing the gospel. And if this weekend there was a dental convention in town instead of a bike rally, I'd be talking teeth and Jesus. That's what it's about, is the gospel.
Yeah, we go because we ain't got our money and stuff out yet, so we'll
Be a few minutes
be a
then.
few minutes, yeah.
Okay. We waiting on them to get set up so we can register and get our t-shirt. I like to come down here, see the old bikes, and meet the people, and just have a good time and enjoy. We're planning on doing the dinner ride. That's great fun. Come together with that many bikes and just enjoy and have a good time.
What is it, 35? I'm sorry. See, I thought it was me. I didn't mean to scare you. Just over the past years when it was going on, before it took a 3-year break, I volunteered here in the pre-registration tent, helping the rally try to pass out pre-registration stuff and hopefully have a good year.
Is that loose enough?
How much is on that?
Okay, or did they print the shirts up?
We're waiting on the t-shirts. If they're not pre-registered, you got to give them a ticket because those we got to make sure we got. All right, let me go get you 2 tickets for the t-shirts.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Hey, Tammy. How you doing?
Good. You did good. Yeah.
Right. Unless you want to sign to the raffle.
Nice cool morning so far.
Last night, we went to Louisville. They had what they call their Alley Rally Rumble, kind of a free concert over there. We went over there, we sold about 20 armbands, got some good publicity for the event. And then this morning, we opened the gates up about 8. I ain't been real busy, but we've been steady. But it's still early. You know, folks, it's Friday, like I said, Friday, folks still working. But we'll see some steady traffic coming up, you know, in here till probably the entertainment and the dinner ride this afternoon. So far, so good. Living up to expectations, I think.
As you can see, this is what we do. We set up stages. We do sound, lighting, video, backline for concerts, festivals, and bike rallies such as this one here in Sturgis, Mississippi. Been in business since 1990. Been doing it a long time. We enjoy what we do. We have a good time going out and working. We do it in small, large, and in between. This mobile stage right here is a $200,000 piece of equipment, just it by itself. And then typically on a festival like this, we'll put up probably $100,000 to $150,000 audio system out here, light rig. We did this for many years, and we're kicking it back off, hoping to build it back up to like it was.
The one thing about this rally that probably sets itself apart is the fact that you can bring your family. You can bring your preacher buddy here if you want to.
Yeah.
Anybody you want, you don't have to be ashamed that you came here and enjoyed the weekend.
It's always been a nice rally. It's a family-friendly environment, unlike some of the other rallies. And, you know, people bring their kids.
Sturgis is really family-oriented. You kind of just, you know, have a really good time. And some of the other ones that we go to are adult only. And sometimes it's fun, and sometimes it can get out of hand.
So yeah, this is a family oriented, it's a fun rally, bring kids, enjoy yourself. If you want to go to a wild one, go somewhere else.
The goal is for it to be family oriented, so you can be a part of making it family oriented. If something's happening you don't like, if you don't say anything, it's not going to change.
It'll take a little while to get it back, but once it's back, it's a good family destination. If you've got a family and you want to come see motorcycles, Sturgis South is the motorcycle rally in Mississippi to bring your children to.
It's always been a very family-oriented one where you could take your kids down there to see the sights and sounds.
We're doing cotton candy, snow cones. We have light-up swords and stuff for the kids. Have light-up glasses, put snow cones in. We have a water slide over here they can play on. We may bring a jumper bouncer up the barn.
We're at the rally. It's about noon on Friday, and we've had a pretty busy morning. We've got 100 people to register.
We came up here, we heard about the bike rally. We love to attend bike rallies. We go to the one in Panama City all the time called Thunder Beach. So we heard about this one.
I can't remember how many times I've been, but I've been for the past several years, except for the past 2 years when it hasn't run. I'm really pleased, not only for the town of Sturgis, but also for the camaraderie that happens when people come together for the bike rally itself.
I import parts out of Europe and sell them all over the Western Hemisphere and restore bikes for customers all over the country. And I have a museum here. And this is a 1942 BMW R75 was used in World War II. It gives you 8 forward gears, 2 speeds in reverse, and the sidecar wheel is driven. It's the original all-terrain vehicle, just the thing for invading Russia. That's what it was for.
We right back.
Yeah, I like it.
We came up here, we got some family lives over here in Sturgis. We came up here for the rally. Personally, I just came to eat the bad food. Food is bad for you. I got me a Polish sausage, some homemade pigskin. Yeah, I looked at a couple of bikes, and that's pretty much all we've done here.
We're up here selling ice and tea. My boss has a little sweet tea stand, lemonade stand, everything. We're selling all that stuff. Just come up here. It's the first time they've had it in a couple of years. I think it's going to turn back out to be as big as it was. I hope it will.
Hopefully they're going to try out here. This is the first time I've been here since 2010, so yeah, hope for the best.
We've been just about every year except for the 2 or 3 years they canceled it. So we're hoping it'll get back started and be bigger than ever.
We're glad to know that they were having it again. Looking forward to it.
We may do the dinner ride.
We did the dinner ride last time we were here. That's a lot of fun. A lot of bikes.
Our big thing is we have the Friday night dinner ride. And we've done this since the 2nd year, I believe, that the rally was here.
But when it comes to Sturgis, then I'm kind of the one in charge of making sure everybody gets fed and gets in and gets out, and that everything's prepared. And so that's what I've been on the phone all day, trying to make sure that we've got enough barbecue, we got enough drinks, I've got tables, I've got people to come and help direct traffic and get everybody in and out and safely and have a good time.
This is called a dinner ride, is what you usually call it. And we're going to ride from here to the Village Cycle Center in Starkville. And there we go to Louisville, go down Main Street, and the mayor talks to us. We leave there and head to Ackerman and then come back in on the other end of town. It takes a couple of hours to do it all. Real nice ride.
Still an escorted ride. We have the Mississippi Highway Patrol motorcycle brigade that comes in and escorts our ride for us.
We come up to Little Sturgis every year to do mostly public relations work. It's just public relations. We're on the motorcycle unit. This is a motorcycle event. We'll be here most of the day tomorrow, parked out here in front of the City Hall Sturgis and walking around and just talking with the people. Come to enjoy the rally here in Sturgis. This afternoon, starting at 4 o'clock, we'll do a dinner ride where we escort motorcycles to the other side of Starkville. The Honda dealership over there provides like a pulled pork or pulled beef sandwich. Then after that, we'll ride to Louisville. They have ice cream and water for us, and then we'll come back through Ackerman back to Sturgis.
It's really a treat to see motorcycles come in and be parked and eat and leave in about 90 minutes. So it's quite a deal to see us do it.
We certainly appreciate your presence in our community. We thank you for all that you do to make our community the place that it is. We really look forward to your arrival in our city each year. You bring a great amount of excitement, and the citizens of our city just really look forward to it.
Matt, he loves motorcycles. He's always loved motorcycles. So this is, a big thing for him. Matt had a brain tumor at age 3 years old. He's 16 now, and they have been so great. Collecting money for Ride for Kids in honor of Matt.
And this guy knows everything, but he's our hero. There he comes. The rally's back, and looks like we got about 300 of them here today, which is a great comeback, and we're excited about that. Feeding them a little barbecue, some little doies, and some cokes, and we'll be good to go for the next leg here.
Going good, the crowd's growing. Look to have a good many more tomorrow than we got today. Everybody seems to be having a good time.
I love it, man.
Just bought a new bike, so perfect timing.
Just bought a new bike, so we're going to enjoy the devil out of it this year.
I come up here to ride, That's my main thing. The town
stuff, cool, but it's just mainly to come ride and check out the, call the bikes and stuff, see what's going on.
Been into bikes all my life, and it's just, something like this is something you just can't avoid.
Yeah, you ain't gonna
You're
miss
into
out.
bikes, you need to be this weekend.
All right.
This year they're having the local entertainment, and our band is going to be playing on a Friday night down here at the rally. The name of the band is Full Circle Party Band.
Hello ladies, how y'all doing? Is everybody all right? Give me a big old Sturgis belly, rally. I hear ya. You got a lawn chair? You coming? Shut the gate, don't let nobody else in, let's have a party. Listen, I have waited for 4 years to get to stand right here. And I think what this rally will understand is that local people will support it. And that's why we all bought bands tonight. We chose to buy bands so that we show our support of what the community is trying to do.
Let me get started by saying we welcome y'all back to Sturgis. We have been working to try to get this thing going back again, and we finally got everything put together. We apologize for any unorganization or anything like that that may be going on. Y'all may not hear about it, but I do. We're trying, and we're going to get this thing built back. And I want y'all to notice this band that's on stage right now. We're paying them to perform tonight. They all have the free passes to where they can get in backstage. But if you'll notice, every one of them's got an armband on too. But we thank y'all for supporting the rally. The local boys, the Full Circle Party Band. Y'all join.
Right here, sir. I'll help you. Just need the one.
Yeah, she's that.
20 bucks.
And then us three. Well, Jill,
Doing okay this evening?
Jill, I was getting yours.
Huh?
No, don't take his money. I'm getting his.
No, she's not getting mine. I'm getting mine.
I'm getting his.
No.
He's already got money in hand.
Don't have to duke it out over arm wrestle. As you said, it's Friday night, almost 10 o'clock. We've had a really good evening. I wouldn't say that it's been tremendously, we're not talking 2006, 2007 turnout, but I'm very pleased with the turnout that we've had so far. I got word earlier that we've taken in enough money. We're in the black now, so everything from here forward is gravy. Tomorrow evening is when we'll get busy right here. We'll have a number of folks come out for Jason Miller. Couldn't ask for nothing better.
How y'all doing tonight? How about that full circle? Town boys good enough for you? Let's give a big Sturgis welcome to Miss Peyton Taylor.
I'm a napalm shooting, devil fisted, drinking ton of a gun. I like when everybody gets into it and the energy's moving. I like to bring it down once or twice to kind of let everybody catch a breath, but I like when it gets back up.
Thank y'all so much for having me out tonight. My name is Peyton Taylor. These are my guys. We're down here from Nashville, Tennessee, and we're gonna. Thank you! This is my very first time in Mississippi, and we had a show last night in Louisville, and we're gonna kick it off again tonight in Sturgis, so we're excited.
Well, it's tough because I'm a rider as well. I have an 82 Honda Goldwing, and I wish I could have trailed it down here and did some riding, but it's great. People were wonderful. The crowd was great, so I just had to kind of admire it from behind the scenes.
Thank you guys for having us and for being so accommodating and welcoming us. It was definitely a very good first taste of Mississippi. I'm happy to come back.
Well, it's Saturday morning. We have the bike show going on that'll last from 9 o'clock until 12 o'clock. We have a dice run that is going from 9 o'clock until 1:30. At 1 o'clock, we're going to have a dedication ceremony for the pavilion over here, renaming the pavilion in honor of Jody James, who was the founder of this rally. At 1:30, we'll get kicked off out here on the ball field with our bike games. And tonight, about 7:45, we'll get kicked off with a few little announcements, and I'll just welcome the new ones that have come out just for today. And introduce the Southern Halo Band, and they'll start about 8 o'clock, and then Jason Miller will come on about 10:30. Friday night was a big success, and we do know that as of right now we have made enough money off the armband sales to pay for the event. Kind of a light turnout for the bike show, but this time last week we had already decided to cancel the bike show because we didn't have anybody to do it. So now if we're having one, whether it's 2 or 3 bikes entered in it, it's a plus for us.
I mean, I think it's a great event, and I just hope, I'm looking forward to the years to come, and I think it's a great turnout, and just meeting people and talking to them, and they're so willing to open up about their bike, and you know, a lot of people are passionate about their cycle.
Kind of the fun of the whole rally here, you're not going to see just stock bikes. You see mine here, that's a rare one. See the gentleman's over here behind me, that's even a custom bike. You got some people that'll draw your attention by the way different they look and how everybody looks the same.
Basically, what we did is we had 5 judges, and we just ranked them from 1 to 10. And for me personally, I just looked for uniqueness, how creative they were, the cleanliness of it, and if they took time to like wipe everything down before they came. And I looked thoroughly around. I even looked at the date, because we have a couple old ones in here, and how well kept that was. It was a hard decision, but I think that we found the winner.
Not having categories per se and just having to pick a overall winner, this was tough because there's a lot of unique bikes here, a lot of really nice bikes. I mean, these were close, y'all. I mean, y'all appreciate there was this much, okay? And number 1, drum roll please. We're gonna give it to that green machine. It's a unique bike. And
thank y'all for having this.
I've
been coming down here since the first y'all started this. I'm glad to see they've got it back on track again, and they're going to continue on with this thing, I think, and try to get it back bigger and better like it used to be. As far as North Mississippi goes, it's a good thing. A lot of people need to support this thing. If you're into motorcycles, that's what it's all about. So they're here for us, and we kind of got to be here for them too.
Saturday, the middle of the rally, one more day tomorrow and all day today. Had a good turnout last night, and everything's running smoothly right now. Just starting to get cranked back up.
I used to, we'd set up back here when we do it.
Well, it's back,
See the black hole right there?
it's the other side of town hall.
Turn right there.
That's where it was. It's a mini storage unit last door on the left.
We're Dream Riders. We raise money through charitable events. We do golf tournaments, bike rides. We're here doing a dice run. The money we raise from the dice run, all proceeds go to Palmer Home, which is an orphanage in Columbus. You go up and you roll, write down on the piece of paper what your roll was, and you go to 3 different stops around the area. And each one you go to, you roll, and at the end of the day, whoever's got the highest number wins.
What are we going for, the highest, lowest?
Highest and lowest.
They'll start coming back in probably about 12:30. Right back and get their final tallies. We're not-for-profit. Everything we do is through fundraisers and private donations. And all of our money, 100% of our money goes to help kids.
Basically, what I've committed to this year with the rally is to get the rally started back and try to keep it going in Jody's honor. Jody kind of passed everything down to me.
I remember it started just as a fun day where some Harley owners got together and decided we'd ride up for Sturgis Day. And so we wanted to ride, so we rode up here with Jody James, and we sat over there under the grove, and we said, you know, this would be a great place to have a motorcycle rally. And she said, well, I think we might could do that. And so we started planning.
Jody was a very strong woman, biker chick, who had a heart for people. I loved to ride, and she would ride no matter what. She didn't depend on anyone.
There were probably 6 or 8 of us that started planning it, and the next year we had 140 people pre-registered, We had about 500 people on site that first year. It doubled the next year, it doubled the next year. It kept going until we probably had over 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 sometimes pre-registered. People came from all over.
Knew her from a distance for several years, but then God gave me the opportunity, once she got sick, to become friends. God crossed our paths at the right time.
Sunshine, glad to have you here. Sunshine was kind of Jody's right-hand man, so to speak. There's the end, her and author. Sunshine helped Jody get to the last couple of rallies that we had. It wouldn't have been any way Jody could have made it without Sunshine holding her up.
She needed someone to help with her, and I needed her.
I don't think this pavilion was built when we first started the rally. And the town built the pavilion. But the building today will be dedicated to our friend Jody James, because without her pushing it, without her coming up with the idea to start with and the making it happen, you know, we all would have been sitting around still talking about it. But she made it happen. She got the team together. It's her rally. She was here every year until maybe the last one, I think, and then right before she died.
Thankfully, Jody wasn't here to see the things that happened over the last 3 years, but we're going to put all that behind us now and start it again. We're bringing it back.
I expected a big crowd. I'm well pleased, but I'm not surprised. It's been a good rally all these years, and we're going to keep it going.
Well, first thing I want to say to y'all is, if there's any of y'all out there that think women can't do these things, take a look at that woman right there in that picture. She did all this. We really can't take the credit.
Amen.
She worked hard. It's fitting that this pavilion be named for her. I think she would like that. I think she would like that. Get your camera ready. Mine went behind you.
Pavilion was dedicated to my sister Jody, which actually started the rally back in 1996. It just means so much to us as a family for this to be dedicated to her.
Jody died in June, the year before they stopped having the rally. She died not knowing what was going to happen to the rally.
But after that rally, that was the last one. When she passed away, we hadn't had one until now. So that's been 3 years. And this is my first time back in 3 years. First time on the grounds and getting to see people I hadn't seen in 3 years.
Jody was a great woman. She was good, she was a peacemaker, and she worked wonders, and this shows what kind of person she was and what she could do. She called this rally her baby. This was her baby.
But the town has been so busy, and we are so excited. We probably have around 8,000 people in town. We've had motorcycles go over a lot more than we ever anticipated. And some people say we've had more than we had the last time we had the rally, more than 2010.
Here with in Sturgis, we're doing the Christian Motor Association event. Now what they're doing now is the plank. They try to start from one end to the next end. Who can stay on the plank? One by 6 board. On the slow race, I came in third, but the plank I bust on the first try. So. I did it a few years ago and come back. Like I say, every time here I enjoy it. Good deal. Good deal.
Bands last night were awesome. Full circle. They drew a good crowd.
Well, we come down, we played music last night, and we had a big turnout last night, had a lot of home folk, had a big crowd. I think everybody had a good time with it.
Peyton Taylor was awesome also. That's the first time I had seen Peyton Taylor. We got our money's worth out of her. That's basically what we tried to do with our entertainment budget this year is just, you know, have 4 good local bands that were within our price range and our budget. I don't think we could have picked any better bands, you know, for kicking this thing back off.
We just got in around 2 o'clock, but man, like all the cyclists have been just really opening their arms, and it's really like just kind of joining a family. It's like everybody's super nice. You know, you can kind of see it, all the camaraderie with everybody around here. So it's really a good feeling. You know, it's kind of not what a non-rider would expect. So it's really fun to just kind of be in this environment.
What I like about the show tonight, we got a band up here that's made up of 3 girls. They're all from my hometown of Cleveland, Mississippi. So let's give a warm welcome to Southern Halo.
Well, this is our first time in Sturgis, Mississippi, and so far we are loving it. We've been waiting for this gig for a long time because our drummer chick back here, she loves motorcycles.
Tonight we just finished playing like 2 hours at Sturgis South Bike Rally. Pretty awesome, so much fun. And we got to meet some really cool bikers, and we got to take pictures on motorcycles. It was so cool. Yeah, it's a really great people. Yeah, yeah.
Who did y'all come to hear tonight? Jason's not here. I want to introduce the proud father of Miss Rivers Miller. Y'all give a warm welcome to Sturgis' own Jason Miller.
Saturday night, we got the Jason Miller Band playing right now. Everybody's having a good time, real good crowd, a lot more than what we expected. Fun while it lasted, but I'm ready for it to be over now.
I was really impressed, this being the first year the rally's come back, to see the turnout that we had today and all weekend. This is actually the first time we've done it in 3 years, and it was good to come home and be home in front of a hometown crowd and play for my family and friends that I've known ever since I've been growing up. This is absolutely God's country. If you've never been to Sturgis, Mississippi to the bike rally, you are missing out. Come every year you get a chance. Take my word for it.
Hey, well, Sunday morning, we're getting ready to get out of here. A long day yesterday. Gotta work a little while to lunch, pick the last minute people up, and then we'll be done.
This is Sunday morning. I'm serving breakfast, and I'll be here till a little after 12 for the ones that's, you know, late leavers. And then we just sit down and saying our goodbyes and farewell, and hopefully that we'll see each other next year.
I know that everything we had printed in advance, we went conservative, we sold out, and we actually had to cover our tables up so people wouldn't get into the shirts so I can make more prints. So that was good. I've never had to do that in my life before. So
Everybody got a sense of a little Sturgis again.
We at Sturgis, Mississippi on a Sunday morning. We're about to get ready to do our Sunday service here at 9 o'clock, which is about 10 more minutes, and just tell people about Christ and He is the way, truth, and the life. No man cometh to the Father except by Him. What we do is we announce after the service that we do a blessing of bikes, and CMAers take little stickers, blessing stickers, and they'll go around. People will sit on their bike and they'll go around and pray over them that God would keep them safe as they ride, and they get a little safety sticker, what we call it. And believe me, prayer over people works.
I had my bike blessed this morning, so now I don't have to worry about any of that. So good for a year, so I'll see you next year.
I very much enjoyed it. It was awesome. I've been climbing the rock wall, riding the bull, and I bought a do-rag.
Enjoyed all the bands and good food and just fellowship, and mainly looking at all the bikes. I had a lot of bikes, a lot more than what I thought it'd be.
yeah, it was good. I'm surprised it came back better than I thought it would. It's the break, and it's gonna be even better next year.
Jody James, you know, she had always envisioned this rally as being as big as Sturgis, South Dakota. And she knew that that would probably never happen, but she did see it grow. For the rally to get canceled right after she passed away, it was really heartbreaking for me. And I had made her a promise that I would do everything within my power to keep it going. And after it got canceled for 3 years straight, I was beginning to think that I wouldn't be able to keep that promise to her. So to be a part of it and to see it come back, and to have something like this. Spirit of October Hall. They say that I'm the key to bringing the rally back to Sturgis. I don't know where they got the idea that I did it all by myself, but if it hadn't been for the rally board doing their part, I couldn't have done it. We expected to sell 1,000 armbands. It's what we based our budget off of, and our expenses is selling 1,000 armbands. And we sold 1,800. The rally board's plans right now are to have basically the same agreement with the town that we had for this year, and to do everything pretty much the same way we did it this year. I appreciate everything that everybody said. Just hope that I can keep the rally alive.